Alright guys, so in this video we're checking out the Rekon6 from Rekon FPV. So this is basically the 6-inch version of the Rekon 5 that I reviewed not too long ago. And here it is right here. Essentially, the only difference between the 5 and the 6, other than the difference in the prop size, which is obvious, the 3-bladed 5-inch prop on the Rekon 5. Now you have a 2-bladed 6-inch prop on the Rekon 6. The motors are different, of course. You have a 2004 motor on the Rekon 5. And now we have this new 2105.5 1500 kV motor. And the prop nut is all different here. So they have this 2mm shaft with a 2mm prop nut instead of the T-mount prop. So that's pretty different. This is a new gem fan prop, by the way. 6026 is the size and the pitch. And obviously the 6-inch arms, same thickness, 4mm thick. And it's a single arm here for the front and the back, like basically the same design as the Rekon 6. The body, or the main body here is the same. You got the same TPU part here in the front. Same F7 flight controller and 28 amp ESC stack. And of course this has the Vista in the back there and the M80 GPS. They moved the crossfire antenna mount, which was here on the Rekon 5, as you can see. They moved it to the other side. It's over here. And it's got the same sort of mechanism where it can rotate, but it's kind of in an odd spot, so it's a little hard to get it vertical and launch the quad. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but yeah, that's where they mounted it this time on this one. And of course the weight's going to be different, so let's just get the weight here. All right, we're coming in at 259.7 grams. And Rekon 5, I don't remember what that weighed. Let's see here. That one weighs 232 grams. Obviously, can gain a little bit of weight because of the bigger arms and motors, of course. Now, I flew mine with this 2,000 milliamp hour lithium ion pack. It came with an XT60 and the XT60 for both of these. My 3,000 milliamp hour packs have an XT30, so I just went with this one. Now they're claiming up to 25 minutes of flight time on this with an 18650 pack, but they didn't indicate as to which size it was. And I didn't really do any flight time testing because I just can't fly for that long. I can probably go like 5-6 minutes, and that's about it these days. Just I can't fly that long anymore. It's just too tiring, and I need to land. So I'll leave the flight time testing up to some other people. The interesting thing is this is 25 minutes, and you can definitely carry more weight with this one with a bigger prop and bigger motor. I think that if you want to carry like a full-size GoPro instead of a naked GoPro, this one can do that with the mount system here. I think they showed some photos of it actually carrying a full-size GoPro. So if you're having trouble carrying a full-size GoPro with the 5-inch version, move up to the 6-inch version. You can definitely carry the extra weight, no problem. Of course, you know, more weight carry around, they're going to get a hit to flight time, of course. How much of a hit that'll be, it's hard to know. And I think that on the 5-inch version, on the same lithium-ion pack there, I think they were advertising 30 minutes of flight time. So it's interesting that it's actually less on the 6-inch version versus the 5-inch version. But I think that, this is kind of the question. Well, why would you want to go with a 6-inch version versus a 5-inch version? Why would you want to move up to a bigger size and more weight? And the answer is you're going to be able to cover more ground in that same amount of flight time. So the cruising speed of the 5-inch is basically, the 5-inch is slower than the 6-inch because it's got a smaller prop and a smaller motor. So the cruising speed is less on the 5-inch. So in the same amount of flight time, roughly 25-30 minutes, you can go further on the 6-inch than on the 5-inch because the cruising speed is much faster on the bigger prop. And you can't really tell this from the flight footage at all. It looks pretty much the same. You can go faster, and basically at the same sort of throttle level, you're going to be able to cover more ground in the same amount of time. So given the same similar flight time, if you want to be able to go a little bit further than on the 5-inch, then you should probably move up to the 6-inch, so you can go a little bit further in distance if your goal is to go hit like a distance target, for example, or you just want to fly longer. Or I'm sorry, if you just want to fly further away or cover more ground in the same amount of time. Basically, if you want to be able to cover more area. So if you're flying in a much larger area, for example, you want to move up to a bigger prop. So that's why I think that's why the main reason why people fly the 7-inch is because while you can get similar flight times on a 5-inch, maybe not quite as much, but the 7-inch is so much faster in terms of the cruising speed than a 5-inch. That's why people prefer 7-inch, because they're trying to cover large areas of flying. So that's basically why you would choose the 6-inch over the 5-inch if you're kind of wondering, well, why make a 6-inch? And that's the reason why, is if you want to be able to cover more ground in the same amount of flight time. Now, as you've noticed, the version that I had here with the on the Rekon 5 was with the Nebula Pro camera, and they've actually changed the camera like all other models here to the Nebula Nano. So actually now if you try and order the Rekon 5, it doesn't come with the Nebula Pro anymore. They've switched it to the Nebula Nano. They've done that. I think every manufacturer has done it, because basically the Nebula Pro camera doesn't exist anymore. You can't get it anywhere. If you guys heeded my warning way back and stocked up on some of those Nebula Pro cameras, congratulations, you have extras. For those of you that didn't, too bad. They're nowhere to be found. They're out of stock everywhere, and you can't even get them in bind and flies anymore because they're being replaced by the Nebula Nano camera. And I don't know when the chip shortage is going to end. I'm hearing it's going to be sometime in 2022. So yeah, we're going to have to wait a while. If you're looking for better cameras other than the Nebula Nano, hopefully, things will improve sooner than later, but yeah, that's what the situation is looking at right now. Anyway, here's some more, the rest of this flight that I'm just kind of cruising around here. This is, cruiser, is not a freestyler. I would not recommend putting a full-size GoPro on here and an 18650 battery and expecting much freestyle performance out of this. It's going to be very heavy, especially with just a 2-bladed 6-inch prop. I'm not aware of any 3-bladed 6-inch props yet in this size. Is a very unique prop. So just come in one set of spares. You're probably gonna have to get some more if you do crash and break some props. But yeah, if you're just cruising around and not really flying proximity, probably aren't going to be crashing this too much. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.